Good morning, all. Today, my name is, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Sarang Popre. And, I am Indian Information Service 2017 batch. I've been working in DD News for the past 2.5 years. So, today I'm going to discuss with you the topic of OTT and media regulation, that is, over the top platforms and the media regulations. What I'm trying to do in this topic is I'm trying to put before you the overall media landscape, or what it is called as mediascape. So when we progress throughout, I will start with the basic concepts of what is news and how the media landscape is, and then we will discuss what are the issues in it, and then what is the way forward for the media, traditional media itself, and then we will shift to the digital news media, yeah, digital media per se, and we will also touch upon the new social media OTT guidelines that government has issued just a month back. So we will discuss this in detail, and uh, I would suggest the initial information that we will have about the media landscape, that will be useful for understanding what is happening in the digital news media or OTT platforms. So let us start. So first of all, what is medium? So medium is like, it's a vehicle for the delivery of information. Medium is a uh, vehicle for conversation, also for communication. So that is called a medium. So the plural of medium is media. So if I am conversing with you, that means I am conversing with a medium of air. So if I am calling you, then that means that also means I am conversing with you in the medium of air, but via electromagnetic waves. That is cell phone. So this is called medium. There are two types of communications, basically two types of communication. First is mass communication, and the second one is interpersonal communication. So mass communication is what we have on. I will just discuss what is these types of communication. Suppose two people are conversing among themselves, or a group of people conversing among themselves, then it's a interpersonal communication. It does not involve very high fundu media. Suppose I'm speaking on loudspeaker, that also comes in between mass communication and interpersonal. Then these two are the media of mass communication. Newspaper, the print medium, which was invented in 18th century and all. Then the radio medium, mass communication. Then I would like to take your attention here. This is the perfect example of how the medium works. So this is a Piccadilly Circus, which is in London. So just see how our advertisement is being done, and just see the people here. The people here come just to see this advertisement. So they have created a brand for themselves. The location as such is not important. The location became important because of the branding, the advertising. So the medium, this medium, outdoor medium of publicity is important. Then this is the metro, and the type of advertising has been done. So this is also another type of a medium to spread information. In this case, the information is advertisement. Now we have another medium here. This all you know. This is a broadcast, that is TV. So this is mass communication medium. And now that we have in our hands is the mobile. So these are all mass media that we have. So another important topic is what is news. So basically, in a very crude sense, there are a lot of definitions of the news, but in a very crude sense, in a layman's term, news is a factual reporting of events. So any event that is happening that arouses human interest, that is called news. The important factor in news is objectivity. So that's why what this objectivity is differentiates between news and other such current affairs things, that is comment, opinion, suggestion, or proposals. Suppose I'm commenting upon something. This has been done, but now I'm commenting. Okay, this should not have been done, or this should have been done in different way. I'm giving my opinion about the events. I'm suggesting something. Okay, there is a this policy has been announced, and okay, but we could have done differently. These could have been different things we could have done. So these comes under editorial that we have in the newspapers. Then op-ed page we have in the newspaper. Then columns, different columns, and then debate and discussion that we have. You all might have been listening to the Rajya Sabha discussions also, or any such discussion on the other news channels. So this is important. Ki what is the role of media? Role of media in democracy, role of media in society per se, role of media in everyone's of our lives. So the first and important role of media that was started earlier was as a watchdog. Watchdog of what? To hold the power holders accountable and responsible. That you are holding a power, but that's why you should not abuse the power or take arbitrary decision. That's why we have to make you accountable. So the another important role is key. It's an agency to formulate and organize public opinion. So when something is being shown to you, an event has been occurring somewhere, so you make an opinion about it. Suppose I report it in factual way, then I leave it to you to form the opinion. But if I conduct a debate where two or three, four different opinions have been presented, then you understand that okay, there are two, three different opinions that have been put before me, and uh, so I can form, I can understand based upon my own judgment, I can understand which point is relevant, which point is not reasonable. I can form my own opinion. So public per se can form opinion. And why this is important? Because free and fair elections. So now the elections in three, four state and one union territory is going on. So you will see the speeches, the counter arguments that we have. So here, if I show only particular side of the event, then that won't be free and fair. Then it's a tool for social change. Suppose there is a scheme announced by the government, and how. Let us take example of coronavirus. So now everyone, the media role of media comes that they have to create a behavioral change among people. So simple things: you wash your hands, uh, yeah, use sanitizer, use mask, wear social distancing, maintain social distancing. So social change create करना ये भी एक मीडिया का रोल है. Suppose there is a honor killing somewhere and media is reporting it. So that means media is trying to create progressive views in the society. So social change का है. Then you can also take example of selfie with daughter in the Beti Bachao Beti Padhao social change. Media acts as a very good helpline during the catastrophe. So I will give two examples on both the sides, how media helps and how it does not help. Like during any catastrophic cyclone, earthquake, or Nepal earthquake, or floods. So media, they do not have any other medium to get information from outside, whether am I getting help or what I should do in that situation, what district administration is doing. So in that case, media plays an important role. Suppose there is cyclone warning. So media issues media reports okay, there is cyclone warning and now we should move back. So in that case, media creates awareness among people. But sometimes what media has been, we have seen on many occasions, a reporter is standing and if there is a cyclone coming, he is himself moving here and there. So वो खुद हिल रहा है और दिखा रहा है कि the air is coming at very high speed and I am not standing. So this creates panic. So media can also create panic. Insensitive reporting, suppose there is a loss of lives or livelihood and media is not reporting properly. They are not being sensitive to the that causes insensitive reporting. So the basic, what we can summarize this is, the basic role of media is inform the people, educate the people, and sensitize them. These three are the crux of this role of media, and they should revolve their functioning around it. Now let us quickly glance through the issues in media industry. What all are the issues, and we will go in detail one by one. So the first important issue in media is the ownership. Who owns it? Who has the stakes in it? That decides their policy, editorial policy. Second thing is the revenue model. Media is, after all, a business. It is not a not-for-profit business. It's a for-profit or public service business, but not for-profit business. Like education, we say is a not-for-profit business. Then media trial, as you know, you have seen it in Sushant Singh Rajput case. Accused was Riya Chakravarti. Then yellow journalism. Yellow journalism is like paparazzi, following the celebrities and not respecting their privacy also, or reporting about them only. Then the new phenomena is breaking news and sensationalism. Like you see, every time there is a breaking news. So this is a new phenomena. Then 24/7 reporting. this has created many problems. You have to show something on the channel. Your channel is 24/7. Earlier it used to happen ki you have particular bulletins, and only those half an hour, 1 hour bulletin you can watch it. So now 24/7 channel, you have to create something. Then it is another issue is ki what is the state interference? State, you don't think only about the government. You think about the parliament. You think about the judiciary. You think about police. You think about the state as a overall. Then we have the important topic that we will discuss in the end key efficacy of self-regulation. Is self-regulation working good in this sense? Or what are the other options that we have? And then we will move on to what is happening in the social media and digital media landscape. Basically, we'll touch upon key digital news segment that we have. We have a lot of digital news platforms. We have News Laundry, we have Print, Fire. So first important topic is key ownership. What is happening in this is the most important. This ownership and the revenue. These two important topics, they create all other problems, all other issues in the news industry, media industry. The first important topic point is key. There are like in many media in the country, whether it is print, whether it is radio, whether it is broadcast, that is news channels. So they have the who has जिन्होंने invest किया है, they are having specific political and business affiliations. Example ki the Shobana Bhartiya. So she was a MP in Rajya Sabha, and she was elected on the Congress nomination at that time. They control Hindustan Times. So then we have in Maharashtra, there are Dardas. Dardas control Lokmat. Then Maharans, you know, Dayanidhi Maran, and so A Raja case, you know. So Sun Group, they control Sun Group. Then Chandan Mitra control the Pioneer. All these are political and business people. So on there is a board of director on each media company. There is a management. Okay, the management looks after everything: advertisement, how to function the media, HR, administration, and there is a newsroom. Newsroom decides the editorial policy. So we have what is happening ki on many media organizations board of directors, we have a lot of corporates, big corporates. So these corporates are also their advertisers. So how will there be a separation between editorial freedom, autonomy, and these management decision making? So if you take NDTV, Pramod Bhasin, he manages Genpact, which is a BPO, one of the biggest GPO company in India. Then TV Today Network, which is they have Bharti Enterprises, people from Bharti Enterprises on their board. Then Dainik Bhaskar, one of the biggest Hindi newspaper, they have Piramal Enterprises, and this is Ogilvy and O&M. This is one of the major advertisement company in India, and this is one of the best also. So then, if we summarize everything of it, is the Neera Radia case. What happened in Neera Radia case is the telephone conversation between her and other politicians, then media persons, journalists, these and businessmen. The conversation, she was a lobbyist for many corporate companies. So the conversation got leaked. So this has created issue for 2G case also. It is said that Barkha Dutt was also involved in this. So many people were involved in. So this shows that there is a collusion between journalists and businesses, then corporates, then politicians. So this creates issues for the editorial policy. Another important issue here is cross media ownership. So it is not only about the particular media. Okay, I have, okay, this is Dainik Bhaskar, I will control Dainik Bhaskar only. So no one will stop there. They will expand in other domains also. So there is an issue of cross media ownership. What is horizontal cross media ownership? Across the platforms, like print भी है, TV में भी कर रहे हैं, रेडियो मिर्ची भी है, जैसे कि take example of the Times Network. they have Times का paper also, Times of India, Hindustan, sorry, Times of India. Then they have Times Now. Then they have Mirchi, Radio Mirchi. So across the platform they have their presence. Then vertical में क्या होता है? Broadcast और distribution. These are few technical things कि suppose एक example ले लो, there is a movie that is being launched या release होनी है, तो you need to have theaters ना to display the movies, तो वो distribution होता है पूरा. तो the same happens here also. केबल नेटवर्क का क्या है, स्पेक्ट्रम, ये सब चीज़ें. तो अगर वर्टिकल क्रॉस मीडिया ओनरशिप में ये दो चीज़ें इंपॉर्टेंट रहती है. तो अगेन आई विल गिव एग्जांपल ऑफ कि दैनिक भास्कर का इट्स अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग केस. 1958 this was the single edition paper that used to be issued from Bhopal. Now they have been like diversified in other businesses also, real estate, construction, cement. तो बेस्ड ऑन एक सिंगल जो न्यूज़पेपर था, अभी दे हैव बिकम बिग. द टाइम्स ग्रुप का मैंने बता दिया कि टाइम्स ग्रुप वाज बेनेट एंड कोलमन कंपनी है, बीसीसीएल कंपनी लिमिटेड. तो दैट वाज देन परचेज बाय द जैन्स. So this created I think this is the paper that created a major issue after independence. I guess Firoz Gandhi, who was the son-in-law of Jawaharlal Nehru, he raised this issue in the parliament that time. This is some issue has been created that time. I just forgot about it. Then you have Birla Group, which Birla, I will tell you in the next slides where Birla Group holds its shares. Then Reliance has network 18 में Reliance के share है. Now look at the Reliance. So now Reliance has Jio TV. They can create horizontal and vertical cross media ownership in this. I'm not saying this ownership thing, yeah, cross media ownership is bad. Okay, this is like it's okay. During pre-independence also, our freedom fighter used to own the newspapers. Lokmanya Tilak, Mahatma Gandhi. So this is not wrong, but I will just show you how it creates issues further. So Reliance also has कि Jio में है अभी, so they control airwaves, they control they have their own suppose OTT platform they will have next. So Jio Cinema है, Jio TV है. So this creates cross ownership here also, here also. And this is not exclusively an Indian phenomenon. So take example of Italy. So this Silvio Berlusconi was the longest serving prime minister of Italy. He was a media tycoon. So then next is Rupert Murdoch. So Rupert Murdoch has huge stakes in Australia also and US also. So Rupert Murdoch is known for Fox News. Then he like Star Groups also in India is controlled by Rupert Murdoch. But one good thing is कि US, UK, Canada, France, they theoretically they do not have, they have restrictions on cross media ownership. India does not have any restriction on cross media ownership. So sorry, अच्छा, in India, in India or outside? अच्छा, we cannot say so ना, OTT पे मतलब क्रॉस मीडिया ओनरशिप का रिस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं है ना. इट इज जस्ट like see the government has just started regulating it because it was necessary. अभी like they will observe things see how it is functioning. Then suppose now you take Amazon, they have their own series also na, web series. You have MX players, they have their own originals. YouTube, they have their own original series. So you cannot say so. Then I came to the point ki what is the consequence. I said ki it is not wrong to have any. This is a business. A business runs on money. So if someone has money, he will have the business. So obviously, there is nothing wrong in a politician holding any stakes, a businessman holding any stakes. Nothing wrong. But what happens is it becomes wrong when this boundary, this thin line between editorial and management becomes thin. So there has to be a separation between newsroom and boardroom. There is a wonderful series on Disney Hotstar. That series is The Newsroom. So if you watch 1, 2, 3 episodes whenever you get time, whenever you get bored, you will understand ki how it is being played out. So what happens is कि newsroom में you have who you have in newsroom? Editors, journalists, reporters, है ना? On desk people are sitting, copy editors who are writing the stories, reporters going on the ground. Suppose I want to make a story on a ground situation. Suppose uh, there is a hunger issue somewhere, and I want to make a story. So what I need to go on ground. I need to have cameras. I need to stay there for 4 or 5 days. So it's a pretty expensive thing. So boardroom says no, no, we won't give money for this thing. Suppose there is an industry which is polluting a river water, and these industries also holding stakes in particular uh, media. So what? And if a reporter wants to cover it, they will say, no, "This is my company." Yeah. So there has to be a separation. If you are holding your money there, then there has to be a separation between editorial management. This separation is very difficult to maintain. If you have seen a few months back, Hindu had changed its editor. In our who's Hindu's editor? Enram. Enram to a lady took over. So they had created a small advertisement. Ki, okay, we are changing. And she said ki there has to be a thin line between editorial and management. So now you just have to look whenever you read a newspaper, you have to look it from this perspective also. Ki, suppose there is a on Saturdays there is a ground report on Hindu and Express. So you have to understand that they spend a lot of money and efforts in doing such stories. Again, what is the next consequence of it? This is ki this media industry become oligopolistic. If few companies, few politicians are holding what happens because of this is ki plurality and diversity of the views that is being shown to you. Okay, this is the main thing. Then the public opinion has to. We are a pluralistic society. Everyone has a right to have diverse opinions. So if I do not get diverse information, diverse opinion, how will I form my own diverse opinion? So this is the main consequences of it. Next thing is key revenue model. So what is the revenue that these media houses get? First is advertisement. You've seen ki there is on many newspaper you have seen ki there are big advertisement, full page, half page advertisements that government do. These advertisement cost a lot. The government is the major contributor of advertisement to the print media and electronic media also. Then private advertisement you have seen like Oppo, sorry, OnePlus has launched a new mobile. Amazon pay full page ad. So these ads cost a lot, and this is the main revenue model that they have. Then next model is these two are very important models. Subscription based model is that I'm paying the money to read the news. So suppose Hindu ka you are paying money, but these money are not enough. Like you are buying a paper for 10 rupees is not that does not even cover the cost of the pages that you have in your hand. So this is not enough. So what is happening in the Western countries is uh, the Times in London they have subscription based model. There in London the phenomenon is if you pass through their metros they are called tubes. So there are tableau papers are being kept. So they are free to take. So you need not pay for that, not even single rupee or single penny. So free. But the times cost around £1 to £2. So this is a big price that they have to pay. So when we ask them ki are the readers paying this price, they said ki they have to pay. If they want to read the good news, they have to pay. So this subscription based model, like we have in, if you go to the news laundry, you have this subscription based model. You have to pay to listen to our exclusive stories. The next model is crowdfunding. You might have seen, listened to Shekhar Gupta's commentaries. So he asks ki you please contribute to this initiative and pay money to the print. So crowdfunding, they are having crowdfunding. So they are depending upon the wisdom of the people, charity of the people. So let us look at the advertisement scenario. What is happening? This is a FICCI report for media and entertainment industry. So there, see 2019 tough year for traditional advertisement. What is happening? See television में advertisement की growth है 5%. ठीक है. Print में it's a negative growth -5%. So where the advertisement is going? It is going to the digital. 24% growth in a year. Then these are like events, these out of home. That means what we saw flexes on metros. Then radio -8, degrowth. So you see कि digital is taking the advertisement industry to it. Like and it is not like you see advertisement on Google, you see advertisement on Facebook, you see advertisement on YouTube. So their revenue is going down. We will also you just remember this thing. I will also discuss this in later slides. So this is also a funny, interesting thing. So they have like divided how much advertisement money particular channels get. So genre wise, there is not there. So suppose there are how many channels? Non-news channels. Total channels are 918. India has these many channels. So news channel 386, non-news 532. So whatever the money they are getting, it is getting divided in these segments. So you just imagine ki how a single channel, that to suppose we let us take Hindi news. Suppose we have 20 to 25 Hindi news channels. So they are getting 6% of the share of the entire advertisement. So you just see the level of competition that they have for advertisement. Then again, they have the competition from regional channels. So huge competition. That's why you see the reporters like the way they behave to get a story. This is the reason. Then media trial. This is very important topic. We have seen, everyone has seen the Sushant Singh Rajput case, how they have declared someone a convict without going to the court. So the PIL was filed in Bombay High Court. So Bombay High Court said directly कि we feel कि the right guaranteed under Article 19 is the most abused right in recent times. So this is like they are talking about freedom of speech and expression. This is also, we can say this is state interference because they felt there is a need to interfere here. So it does appear so. So they have given certain guidelines. I will just go through it कि क्या guidelines है. It is saying कि if there is a death due to suicide, media should refrain from debate and depicting the deceased person having a weak character. कि भाई ये he took his life, he was of weak character. There is a guidelines in Press Council of India has also given guidelines ki how you should report a suicide. The guidelines shows ki you should not show the location where he committed suicide. All the media channels show ki how he hanged himself. They should not show it. News Laundry has created a very good story on this ki how media channels reported Sushant Singh Rajput case. So then again what it is saying ki they refer to the character of the accused or victim. Accused was Riya Chakrabarti. They referred to it. She is a villain. Then do not take the interviews of the witness and families. Printing photographs of the accused. See, criticizing the investigative agency based on half-baked information. Judging the guilt or innocence of the accused. Creating a crime scene. This also is not allowed. So they created a crime scene. Graphically, they created a crime scene. This is also not allowed. So leaking sensitive and confidential information, indulging in person's character assassination. You can see what guidelines they have given. And it is saying ki it should not violate the program code. This is one of the important Cable and Television Regulation Act and rules. These are important. The Code of Ethics and Broadcasting Regulation, they should abide by it. Now let us come to, this is a very interesting topic, the breaking news and sensationalism. So have you ever noticed ki you guys might have been watching only maybe Rajya Sabha TV or one or two other TVs. But have you guys ever noticed the screens of these news channels? How different one screen is from other screen, the screen design. So just have a look at it. This is Times Now ka screen. Just this is not HD, so pardon me. The anchor, six guests that they have. Look at the flashes, and there is no ticker. You know the ticker that keeps running. There is no ticker. This is Times Now screen. This is the Republic screen. Again, yellow, red, lot of not very soothing on at least my eyes. People may like it. Then this is Fox News. So here I written how Fox News came to India. So this started first in the US. That when Rupert Murdoch started his own uh, channel Fox News, then he wanted conservative voice to be represented. That is a good thing. All the voices should be represented, not only liberal voice but conservative voice also. But to do that, he has to he wanted to do something different. He started having guests who will guests and anchors who will shout at each other, will create sensationalism, and the graphics that you have seen. That way, still their screen is very clean. We have taken it to next level in India. So how Fox News came to India? It's a transformed version, like the Chinese that we eat. If we eat a Chinese in original Chinese, it won't have a lot of masalas. This is Indian version of Chinese then. See? This is sorry, I am promoting my own channel here. So this is our screen. If you see the ticker here also, ticker keeps running. The ticker is very important in the sense that it gives you the overall idea of the news that is going around the world. Many of people, they mute whenever they start a TV, for first 5 minutes they mute the TV just to read the ticker. So we are giving social message also, Mask Up India. This is another important WION. If you guys have heard, Gravitas of the Palki Sharma Upadhyay. WION is a Zee News ka global channel. So they also have a very good and clean screen. This is a world-oriented channel, so they created a very good channel. So this creates sensationalism. If you see these, you may have the idea. Although also another thing, always there is some or the other breaking news coming. It is not that whenever we have all the channels in front of us when we work in our organization. So the news that has happened yesterday, they will portray it as a breaking news. So this also should not happen. Then 24/7 reporting. What has happened earlier? What used to happen? Only Doordarshan News used to be there as a channel. So it used to happen that there are bulletins at 7 a.m. in the morning, 9, 1, 4, and 7. So people used to watch only. We have to watch only these bulletins. But what has happened? It's a good thing. There is a revolution in the communication industry. So we have 24/7 news channels. So now you cannot always have a news, na? There is not always there is something happening that interests human mind. So you have to create news rather than report news. Okay, that this is happening. Then infotainment. Majority of these news channels, they portray themselves not as an information channel but as infotainment, information and entertainment. So you have if you open the channel at 3 p.m., you have these Big Boss and Saas Bahu shows going on because they do not have any other material. So what I want you all to understand how media industry works. It's a very, very capital intensive industry. So that's why the problems in ownership, revenue. So this is an input thing. This is processing. This is an output thing. So in inputs you have correspondents and bureaus all across the country. Sometimes if it's a global channel, if it's a BBC, if it's a Al Jazeera, all across the world. So if I give example of DD News, we have 4 correspondents, one in Beijing, Dhaka, Colombo, and Dubai. We used to have correspondent in Afghanistan also, but due to some security reasons, we do not have one. So we get stories from our own correspondents from this thing. Bureau is 2, 3, or 4 people for journalists in particular location. Like you have a Mumbai bureau, Bangalore bureau. So you have to pay for their reports, news. You have cameras, camera persons, very heavy cameras, camera persons. You have to pay them. You have a technical team who will like the uplinking of the download, upload, this thing, engineering team. Then comes the newsroom where everything is processed, how we have to play up it, then how we have to form a news. Everything, every decision is being taken here. You have copy editors, you have interns working, packaging editors, everyone working on it, video editors. Then comes the output. Whatever you see on the TV, suppose you see anchors are speaking, they must be preparing themselves. Then live inputs, reporter is reporting from somewhere live. Production team ki lot of inputs are coming. We have to collect them on particular TV. Then graphics team is there. Lot of graphics that you see, they have to create. So this is a very capital intensive thing. When it comes to HD, HD is more capital intensive. So due to what is happening is many reporters are underpaid here. Uh, Even if they pass out from very good colleges, they are not paid. Uh, it is not a very remunerative thing. So what they get a solace in reporting a good stories or seeing themselves on the screen. Then there is a ANization of the industry. What is happening ki if you want to have a story, you need to have a reporter on the ground who will give you visuals. But what is happening? ANI is an agency which gives them visuals or bites of particular things. So you get bites from all across the country. So you need not send your reporter there. It's a good thing, but what is happening? Channels have stopped sending their own reporters on the ground. So obviously, if reporter is not on the ground, how will they understand what is happening actually there? So just taking the shots and speaking from newsroom is not a good thing for journalism. ANI is an agency which provides uh, visual inputs bytes to all the channels. Huh, huh. Yes, like yes. So the channels pay the agency. So all the channel you will see if you have 2, 3 channels in front of you, you will see same and same visuals running. So because they get the visuals from ANI only. They do not have the otherwise every channel will have to send their own reporter and camera on ground and shoot it. Yes. So outsourcing. But it is good in particular thing, but not every time. Now you cannot depend on something. Your reporter do not know what is happening. Then an important topic that comes is self-regulation. The uh, media. How media should be regulated. This is an important topic. Should government regulate it? Should there be a law where a constitutional body regulate it or a statutory body regulate it? Who regulates it? Who should regulate it? What is self-regulation? It's a media professional coming together and they set up a guidelines. Okay, we have these guidelines, we have to abide by them. So what happens with this is, and you see, it's a learning process open to the public. So even they do not know, okay, something might happen, which will like 26/11 attack. Media started live reporting. So they got to know, okay, the terrorists are watching from inside. So they did not have the prior idea. So it's a learning process. So it helps preserve the autonomy of the media. How we are self-regulating ourselves. So there is no interference from government, from any other body, yeah, parliament, yeah, anything else. So we are regulating ourselves in a very good manner. Then there is a quality of public discourse. We are not showing any sensational content or depicting a dramatic content. Suppose there is a Balakot attack. We have seen a lot of 2, 3 anchors. They were in a fatigue, military fatigue, and then they were reporting. So this kind of standard quality. This is not a quality content. We report what is happening, how it is happening. what are the benefits of self-regulation? It maintains the credibility of the media, then accountability of the media. So what we saw is the role of media is watchdog, hold the power holders accountable. So what about the power that media holds? Who will make them accountable? So accountability of the media also. It preserves their editorial freedom. What I said about the autonomy. Then help minimize state interference. State did not regulate us, we will regulate ourselves. And promote quality of the content. These are the models that I have myself uh, formed. These are not the official models or theoretical models. Just I have, when I was reading, I thought these might be the crude idea of models that we can have. One model could be voluntary, independent self-regulation with statutory recognition. This is Irish model. The media organizations have come together, and there is a statutory body, and media organizations enact those statutory guidelines, whatever are there. So in Ireland, this is happening. This is a very interesting model. Ofcom. Ofcom is Office of Communication in UK. So UK has a public broadcaster, which is BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation. So this Ofcom is a super regulator. It is called as super regulator. What it does is it not only sees if media organizations are following the guidelines, ethical guidelines or the journalistic principles, but it also, suppose you do not get a signal, so they will also it also comes under Ofcom. I am not getting a mobile signal, I am not getting my postal. So postal services, telecom, and broadcast all come under Ofcom. So they oversee everything in UK. Then state control in North Korea and China. China has the CGTV, I guess. China has CGTV. So North Korea, so they have the control. Okay, what we say is the right thing. Then Indian model is we have Press Council of India, News Broadcaster. Why I separated both of them is Press Council of India is a statutory body. So it's a statutory recognition. People from media, I will discuss in brief about Press Council of India. News Broadcaster. There is no statutory backing for this News Broadcaster Association. It's a voluntary, independent self-regulation. तो प्रेस काउंसिल ऑफ इंडिया इट्स एन एक्ट 1978 का. पर्पस क्या है कि भाई फ्रीडम ऑफ प्रेस है, स्टैंडर्ड न्यूज़पेपर का और न्यूज एजेंसी का स्टैंडर्ड बताना है. न्यूज एजेंसी, व्हाट आर द न्यूज एजेंसीज इन प्रिंट आर PTI, UNI. These are wire agencies. Like the ANI, PTI gives the news and you can formulate your news. Composition is chairperson. It's a judicial member basically. He retired justice वगैरह. And 28 members from different fields. Lok Sabha Speaker, Chairman, and one person appoint Chairman of Rajya Sabha, and one person elected by media appoint these many members, MPs from Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, editors of different news channel agencies, managers of different media houses, journalists, eminent persons. So you see, there is a wide range of interest that is being represented in the Press Council of India. What power it has? It can have inquiries, and whatever result it gives, there is no appeal against that inquiry. But what is happening? There are limitations. It has no power to like penalize someone. It has only power to create inquiry and give its report. That's no power to penalize. Then it only overviews print media, no electronic and radio. Members of big media organizations like the Hindu, Times, Express, they are rarely represented here. So only small media houses, they are represented here. Then we have a News Broadcaster Association. Private players come together to self-regulate themselves. So there is a Cable TV Network Regulation Act or regulation guidelines. So the guidelines give the programs code, and they have to follow the programs code. They take the programs code. What is program code? The violation of dignity of women, hatred in the community, communal violence, inside communal violence, public order. These are few guidelines that they have. Uh, so they look after that. But what is happening here? Ki association till now has 27 members representing only 70 channels. We saw that more than around 400 channels, news channels are there. So it is only representing 70 channels. So if we discuss its limitations, the code of ethics, they have a code of ethics, and it is under, they can fine 1 lakh up to 1 lakh also. Again, limitation ki voluntary membership hai, but if some media house is not a member of this or news broadcaster association, they cannot impose any fine, any punishment on them. So if I am not the member of it, then you cannot do anything with me. Sometimes it happens ki withdrawal also easy. Suppose I am a member of the news broadcaster association and some inquiry is happening against me, I will say I am removing my membership of this organization. Done. Then selective handling of cases in TRP scam. A few media organizations, they did not take up the issue. Like among the 27 that has been represented, you were involved in TRP scam also. So they did not want the TRP scam inquiry to be taken by News Broadcaster Association. So this is not the self. You can see the self-regulation in this segment is not really working. But see, this is a small thing about Cable and Television Act. I'm not like discussing anything about it. So just for information, you can read later. Program code, advertisement code. We can see the instances of punishment. This is the punishment that is being given by the government, not the media news broadcaster association, not because the self-regulation has failed or not very successful. We can say, we cannot say failed, we can say not very successful. So Asianet and Media One was initially there was an order which says ki you will be banned for 1 hour, 1 day, whatever it is. Then the minister later said ki no, we cannot do that. This is a freedom of speech and expression. They were being banned for biased reporting of Delhi riots. Then NDTV, if you remember, it was for 1 hour they screen. Then Sudarshan TV ka Bindas Bol channel tha. So this is a very funny thing again. UPSC, they said ki there is a jihad in UPSC. So this is everyone knows this is not happening. So hatred phailana. So this is an interesting case because court said that there is no pre-censorship. The program has not gone on air. So how can we say ki it was against against particular community? So there is no this is a very good stand that the court has taken. Ki there is no pre-censorship. Otherwise, what would happen whenever there is a new program that is coming? Then they will have to be scrutinized. India, we do not have a pre-censorship. It's a very good thing. So many times, the government has said ki no, freedom of speech and expression is important, and they have like tried to not ban anything. So if we see what type of self-regulation is, if we take the example, you might come to the conclusion that the self-regulation is not working, and let government enact a law, have a body which will impose fines and very strict about it. So see, we are talking about media. The basic function of media is freedom of speech and expression. It's very important. Like if a government enacts a law, tomorrow any government will come. They will say ki okay, this reporting is not in favor of us. This is against us. Let us use the law arbitrarily. So yeah, reasonable restrictions are there. Yes, there has to be a mechanism. We will discuss also what government is also doing for this thing, factual correctness of the information. We will see what government is doing. I guess this was not the stand of the Supreme Court. The stand of the Supreme Court is that you cannot regulate particular thing without a law. Based on there cannot be only regulation cannot be based on guidelines. So if you are regulating particular media, जैसे कि suppose let us take an example. This is we have covered this later, but let us discuss this also. कि you take a film. There is a central certificate of CBFC, Central Board of Film Certification. ठीक है. So there is a law. The law says कि okay, this board has to be there and it has to screen the film based on these criteria. So there is a law. There is a total absence of law in OTT thing. So without law, how will you say कि okay, how will you regulate? That was the, this is in my opinion, that was the stand of the Supreme Court, not to penalize someone. So always remember, whenever you guys are being asked question in UPSC interview or whenever it is, so you always have to take stand कि no punishment. It always have to take the stand in favor of self-regulation. More and more self-regulation, more and we will conclusion में we will discuss this, because a slightest I will complete the slightest uh, thing of chilling effect of like government regulation, a heavy hand of government on freedom of speech and expression, that creates a huge impact on the whole industry. Yes.
So people think that because there is no punishment for fine reason, that law is true.
I don't think so, because I've seen ki the thing is ki I was in the newsroom on the very same day. What our reporter see what happens now, most of the times we also do not see the we do not see, even reporters do not see the orders that the court has given. The reporters simply start posting. Even what happens, reporters sit in the newsroom, sorry, Supreme Court, they start messaging their newsrooms that this is happening before the court passes any judgment also. This has happened many times. Like I'm seeing ki another media channel is reporting something, but later the judgment is something. So what I believe, again, you also check it yourself, but I think that this is not the case. There cannot be, Supreme Court cannot say there has to be punishment. If you see Bombay High Court guidelines, what High Court said ki okay, you are abusing freedom of speech and expression, but did it say that okay, there has to be a law, we are going to punish you? Did they punish Republic or Times Now? No, they specifically mentioned those names, but they did not punish them. So I guess ki judiciary won't do this, and this is none of them's domain. Neither judiciary nor executive or legislature. Legislature can do when it's an utmost important thing. This is what, in my opinion.
Restriction already there in the district for media there. Still, the standard is little better.
Yes.
Working for last many years. There is rewarding media is not working up. Government who will come out with some strategy. So
Let us take the example of the separation of power, uh, legislature, executive, and judiciary. What happens when legislature and executive fail to perform any function? What judiciary does is judicial legislation, like Vishakha judgment that they gave. Okay. So if we apply the same logic here, this will also happen. What you are saying, if media itself fails to self-regulate, then in future this may happen, but in my opinion, this should not happen. There is another thinking, the judgment of the viewers, the wisdom of the viewers. This is ethical thing to say. Ki, okay, viewers will decide what to watch, and then the market will try to be ethical on that line. This is a very theoretical thing, but your answer should be this. This is what I'm saying.
at least in benchmark and area of the government that should be different benchmark. That should be neutral.
It will.
If news channels are biased, ultimate authority should be government because government cannot be biased. It's what like
Government cannot be biased, but see the news channels. What is the function of news channel? It is to hold the government accountable.
it is also like public
Mm.
public health and public. But if opinion that's all I think. So,
will lose your land. You will lose the opinions. That create our problem. Something has to be there to stop this. Something has to be there, obviously, but it should not be the government regulation. Judiciary can see, that's what the media is now. If it was supposed to happen, it would have happened already. That's the function of media. You just take the example of what happened pre-independence. Following the narrative. So, according to the present picture is not good. Which is the best way. This will happen. What you are saying, this will happen when there is a total failure. And in overall media landscape across the world, there is nowhere there is a total failure. If you see what happened in during the US election, majority of the media channels, they boycotted Trump's speech. The Trump speech was being aired, they suddenly took him down. So see, you have to. There cannot be. This is your stand. I know what you are saying is right, but this should be your stand everywhere. Yes, it is freedom of speech. Yes. This is a very important point, and I'm coming this in the digital section also. The very important point. Ki, how can they decide whom should have a freedom of speech and expression?
Because of the social media, even Twitter,
Yes.
that history never happened in
Yes.
USA is banned.
So this is a very important topic that,
Twitter was
like,
banned.
it's a. I've taken this in the next few slides. We will understand, and we will link this topic with sovereignty of the country also. That he's a president. He's not just an individual. He's a president of the world's biggest democracy. Sorry, the oldest democracy, most powerful nation. So we will see that later also. But what my point is, ki whenever such questions are being asked, if you are being asked such questions in UPSC interview, if there is an essay, or if there won't be any question in mains. I don't think so. There was an essay 2 years back in 2019, I guess. There was an essay on media also. So whenever you are writing, your stand has always your stand always should be the government has taken actions. Na? We have seen here. In such situations, see, you can always work on these lines. I've told you ki the action was taken, and I will again later in later slide I will tell you ki how these reports are being sent. वगैरह. Actions are taken, but the government thinks like even these two channels were banned. Government for few hours, government thought ki no, it is not right thing. Whatever it is, whether they were pressured, whatever it is. So ultimately, the wisdom prevailed. That's what your stand should be. Even you take the case of Shillong Times. The High Court judge of the Meghalaya High Court, he or she was pissed off. Ki, something has been written against the judges by the Shillong Times editor. So she was sent to jail. So this is also interference by the state per se. Yes. So you have to always take the side of everyone works in the favor of whom people. So in the larger interest of you just do not look at the particular media house. You just see the media per se, print media. There are a lot of good editors, lot of good reporters who are reporting for the people. So you always take the view of larger media, not a particular media house. So obviously there has to be self-regulation, and what you are saying is right, but just look at the larger perspective and what will happen for the country. What would they?
Which is consuming the information. That is also like more toward what is acceptable. What sells, whatever like these in terms of popularity. they don't have the intellect or understanding to just consume anything which is defect. Even if they don't have any rationality, even if
You cannot blame the crowd. Crowd is the, see, people are the most intelligent thing in the in any democracy. People are the most intelligent entity. So
then in that case, wrong it's sold, then they will consume that wrong content and they will.
it depends on them. It depends on their social, economic status, their conditions. It depends on many things. But again, when they are forming an opinion, that means there is a concept of echo chamber, that in social media you get feeds. Suppose you have watched some particular video, you will get the suggestions for related to same thing. So what happens is it creates an echo chamber. You do not get the diverse opinions. So it is the same thing. You want to watch it. Why people go to Republic? They want to watch it. What I said in US conservative opinion, Fox News wanted to capture. So it is not in vacuum that they became popular. Na? People wanted it. People had some expectations from it. So there are conditions prevailing. So, but again, your stand should be, see, what we are discussing here is a very ethical, very moral thing. But what your stand should be that okay, people have the better judgment. If we depend on people's opinion in terms of elections, who will govern us, then again we have to uh, trust them also here also, right? So again, let us come to the topic again. What kind of sanction is useful? Again, admission of mistake. Okay, we did this mistake. Then report, publish it in your print or YouTube channel. Okay, we did this mistake. So we are very sorry about it. This is the best thing. If we impose fines, what will happen? It dilutes self-regulation. It becomes legalistic. Someone will say, no, no, this fine is very high. Their lawyers will argue in the courts. This is very high. We haven't done this. There is no law. Then suppose if a journalist does an intrusive story which is not not adhering to the principles of journalism, but if that story is getting a lot of views, they will get a lot of revenue. So if we impose a fine of say rupees 1 lakh, and the story is itself giving you 50 lakh, 1 crore, it outweighs the cost. And again, suppose a small media house does it and big media houses does it. For big media house, 1 lakh is nothing. So what is the way forward? So the first way forward that I have suggested, this is not my opinion. The opening of the foreign investment, the foreign investment is very low here, 26% in the print media. I am not in favor of this foreign investment progressively open karna, because again, no government is wanting to have foreign influence in the news channels. They can have their foreign channels like CNN we have, BBC we have, but in Indian channels, the foreign investment is not very right for the whole media landscape, particularly in current scenario. Yeah. So this is just for the sake of knowing this can also happen. I have written. Then restrict cross media ownership. This can also be one of the important thing कि आप एक जगह पर रहो, प्रिंट में रहो, आप ब्रॉडकास्ट में रहो. You do not dominate all the market. Let other have it. Let there be diversity of opinions. Again, way forward is कि ऐसा regulatory model बनाओ which will be न्यूज प्लेटफॉर्म्स रिगार्डलेस ऑफ मीडियम, मॉडल्स फॉर न्यूज प्लेटफॉर्म रिगार्डलेस ऑफ एनी मीडियम. की प्रिंट के लिए भी एक प्रिंट ब्रॉडकास्ट डिजिटल के लिए यू हैव ओनली वन रेगुलेटरी बॉडी फॉर ऑल, because there is a convergence of all the mediums now. If I am having suppose this is my Indian Express company, and I am also having the presence online. Now they are having this online podcast, online stories they are having. They have their Twitter handles. You know? So the platform should be, the model regulatory body should be platform agnostic. Then again, जो self regulating bodies है उनकी strength अच्छी करो. We have a press council of India, then include these broadcast and digital also. So this is the same thing कि broadcast और print को उसमें लाओ. And why? Because it's an independent and representative body. बहुत से wide interests इसमें हैं, so you can do this. Then again कि media houses should start taking this body seriously. If they do not, they are at the peril of losing their credibility. And again, what you said कि there might be in future, I don't think any government will do that, but there is a possibility कि government have to come in and regulate something. This is what I think. This
If there is a law,
yes,
things are better.
yes. Well, we can say कि no government interference should be there. This is what is my opinion. Self-regulation, yes. They have to take this seriously. Then we have कि again what I said कि boardroom and newsroom का separation होना चाहिए अच्छे से. They should understand this. Revenue concerns के लिए what they can do कि prepare people what you all are saying. See why people, particular news channel is doing something because they have ownership issues. If I said na कि particular ownership is there, then they have to do it. So ownership and revenue are being taken care of, then you will automatically become a good journalistic channel. Okay, so we have to prepare people for subscription based model. Rupees 10, see, when like I was preparing at like 2014-15 में जब मैं दे रहा था एग्जाम तो हिंदू used to be for 5 rupees. So that time they used to say कि okay मतलब advertisement वगैरह उस time they used to say कि we don't take advertisements. So it was 5 rupees. So now they have increased the price, but now they are taking advertisements. So 10 rupees. So you just see कि how models are changing. Yes. Yes. Hmm. So what I gave you an example of the Times in the England, UK. The Times is saying कि people will have to pay if they have to listen to good, they have to read good news, good stories. They will have to pay. So we have to prepare people for subscription. Maybe in future it might be that your paper cost will be 25 rupees. So you should be ready to pay for it. Not like going on Telegram and downloading a newspaper. You have to pay for it. So again, royalty. This is another important topic that you might have seen in the news. That Australia had made a law कि they have to Facebook and Google have to share the royalty. So what is happening कि we've seen कि as I told you that we will discuss this later. 24% of the advertisement growth is in digital medium, and Google and Facebook are having a duopoly in it. So you are taking their advertisement also, and when you are publishing their content, then also you are taking their advertisement. The double you are taking their advertisement. So you have to pay for them, है ना? So मतलब they are only responsible for the revenue loss of the news channels, with the print, whatever it is, print or electronic, and so they cannot say कि okay we won't pay. They have to pay. Okay, now let us quickly move on to social and digital media. What are the issues? Everyone knows कि what are the issues कि fake accounts है, trolling हो रही है, cyber bullying हो रही है, threats, death threats, calling names, then fake news है, misinformation है. What is the issue of Trump का है कि misinformation है. Then sovereignty is another important issue that we will also discuss कि how sovereignty is affected by social media and digital media channels. Like okay, I will discuss it here itself कि sovereignty का one important topic is suppose there is a digital news media and someone is, if suppose I am residing in some other country and from there I am having my own news channel, news platform, online news platform. So how will the government regulate me? And I am speaking against the government without any reporters on the ground based on whatever I read in the media without any fact checking. So how will I will be regulated? This is against the sovereignty of the country. So then freedom of speech and expression, the Trump issue that you said, this comes into these two things. Okay. Then again, pornography, the press release that the government has issued, PIB press release, that has many of these points. Again, OTT के लिए जो press release की है, उसमें ये important points दिए हैं. So it's better to rely on these points. Then level playing field between the social media, print, and broadcast. How I can start something online without any money also. So where is the level playing field? Hmm? You know the print that newspaper get, it is most of them is imported from outside. So again, we do not have the print. Like what you were saying, sovereignty and freedom of expression, who has the power? So, okay, he was banned. So this is the important issue that we discussed. Freedom of speech and expression. Okay, you are saying he does not follow our community guidelines, but how can you decide who should be on the platform, who should not be? The freedom of speech and expression is a decision of the judiciary. Either government should go to the judiciary or the social media platform should go to the judiciary and tell you, no, this is not happening. They cannot. Yes, that is why there is a in India also, na Twitter. There were few hashtags on Twitter against the government and which were ill-founded. So government wanted to take those hashtags down. How will the government take those down? So that is also one of the reasons that the OTT guidelines, new OTT and social media guidelines have come. They have to respect the local laws and the constitution of their country. They cannot sit in other country and dictate what are the terms here. So again, की sovereignty affect हो रही है. Sovereignty का another important point is कि these are like way big media companies. Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, one entity, and again, Twitter is also a big entity. So see, their revenue is more than the small countries' GDP. Okay, so what is happening in European countries? They have this GAFA Act. They are charging them for the penalizing them for the anti-market practices. So basically, more than anti-market practices, this is against the government and the big tech companies. If they are the government is feeling okay, they can affect our sovereignty, they can affect our decision making. We won't let that happen. So this is another important thing. Sovereignty is also important. Even in Russia, also this is happening. They are saying we will ban Twitter if it does not take down the content that we want.
I think this is wrong. This is where government asks take certain hashtags out. That's the problem because
Yes.
if you listen to government freedom of speech and expression,
Yes.
my freedom of speech and expression will die down.
Yes.
So how to balance it?
It should be judiciary that should tell ki, how to do that.
That's
if
why like responsible authority should come from. It be the government or like part of the government.
see what is happening in what you are saying is perfectly right. Everything is right. The thing is ki internet is such a medium that it's very matlab, it's not new, but it's very vast. It's something that someone cannot regulate. So everyone is like trying their hands. Ki, okay, this can be done, this can be done. So, but ultimately, what is internet is free flow of information, freedom of speech and expression. So when you look in that perspective, so basically, who should adjudicate in this matter? Judiciary. But suppose if every decision has to go to the judiciary, problematic. How our cases are pending for so many years. How can they decide on this? Then suppose if they go to the local court, then they go to the high court, then Supreme Court. Who will decide?
But government is a bad this case. This basically government and others will go by this process or make a fast track or something like that.
So again, problem is everywhere. Like that time, Churchill used to say कि democracy is the worst form of institution, but show me the better one. See, what my point here is, whenever such questions are asked in interview, what you are raising the questions are very pertinent. But suppose you are caught like this in any interview, any situation. Being a civil servant, your answer should be like this. Tell me who will be responsible if there is a violence? Okay. Yes. Again, we are again pitting two values against each other. So you are right. The value of the life of the people or the freedom of speech and expression. Again, we are pitting the values against each other, which is also wrong. So here, what is happening, na? Ki when you try to punish the bad journalist, good journalist will also be uh, like collateral damage. So that this is the thing. Ki here balance is take it or leave it thing. So my point is ki always take the stand in favor of freedom of speech and expression. In that case, government regulation. When you come to social media and regulation, always take the stand ki okay, sovereignty should not be affected because it is hard to regulate. That's why this might appear paradoxical from, but practically this is what is happening. So so this is what I'm saying. You why the whole landscape that I described now, you take the overall view of it. Whenever you are, they won't ask you ki, okay, what is the ownership of the media? Is that a problematic? No, they won't ask you. They will ask the end questions ki, okay, you think this is good or bad? This is right. But so when you are answering something, you should have this at the back of your mind कि ownership का issues है सर revenue models के issues है ये issues है वो issues है so that is why the reporting that we see it is happening मतलब हमें what we are discussing is the symptoms. Let us go back to sir the main problem. If these problems are being uh, identified and solved, we can move on with the uh, we can like solve majority of the problems that media faces. This, this can be one of the stands, but the thing is, ki it will take a lot of time. Suppose, let us take two examples. Ki, on the when government says, ki, okay, you have to do it, you have to remove, they removed it. But damage is already done if the judiciary says something, and again, ki, when judiciary will say you don't know. Again, ki, what time it will take. So my point here is, ki it's very complex situations that we are into. Limited government. Yes. 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 That is why when you see the OTT press release, na, they have the. I will also next slide, next few. See, incitement of violence and public order. Uh, these are like obscene content, spread of disharmony. This is what. This is Article 19(2), na, right? So, okay. Yes. Now, now there is one more thing here. If you guys like this might have you might have read all these things कि OTT का क्या है कैसा है कि there is yes, self-regulated. But that is a different thing ना, मतलब self three tier structure है, that I will come to. What I want to say कि हाँ, giving users an opportunity to be heard, है ना, हो गया है. Yes, yes, they can be. See, let us take this in a continuum. Let us take the example of fundamental rights and directive principles. Initially, judiciary said कि no, fundamental rights cannot be compromised. Later they understood कि no, we have to take it in spirit. They said कि no, directive principles, they are important. Fundamental rights are okay. The directive principles are for the poor, fundamental rights for the rich. So directive principles important. Then later they came 1973, after 23 years, 22 years, that okay, after 1951 का first case, 1973 they came कि okay, no, there has to be balance. So you got my point. If there is a precedence comes. The judiciary says something, no, don't interfere like this. Next time government won't do that. So they are like playing the games. I told you that this is a new field for everyone. So like everyone is what we can say कि हाँ, हाँ. So it will like come out, something good will come out. My point is कि let us assume that people's intentions are good, and then let us move forward with it. So as a democracy, we have adopted a democracy, and we say ourselves as the biggest democracy. So whenever such questions are asked, you just decide the priority. Sir, mostly freedom of expression should be the priority, but something is happening. 143 is our rank, I guess. But the thing is, okay, that is a very good report. Whatever the index is a very good initiative. But there are criticism about the report also. That also you read. In Niti Aayog, there is a Niti Aayog has done his criticism. There are only 150 respondents to the this organization. Na? Only 150 respondents in the 130 crore people's country. Where we are not saying कि issues are there. Obviously, issues are there. We are not saying कि issues are not there, but like, and people are trying to like work on. See, as a civil servant, I'm saying this should be your stand, because ultimately you are working for the government, whatever it is. So this should be your stand. Okay, this is a important eye opener for the, suppose freedom of press का index जो है eye opener है कि okay, we can get to know कि what is happening, but again there are pitfalls. Let us take the example of these credit rating agencies. The economic survey clearly says कि no, कि we cannot rely on them. So again, issues are there, but our stand, what is our stand as a government? That in an interview you have to think like कि okay, you are a civil servant, put in that position. हाँ, बस जी. Not even you don't get influenced by my thoughts also. So I think I will just go through these guidelines कि क्या है. This is a need क्यों है कि obscene content है, disharmony create करता है, anti-national elements वगैरह है. Then what it says कि OTT platforms are not registered. Other newspapers, there is a huge process to start a newspaper. You have to register with the district collector. If you have to start a printing press, you have to then take if you have to take a name, there is a registrar of newspapers of India, RNI. तो वहाँ पे आपको बताना पड़ता है. Then they approve your name. तो बहुत बड़ी process है. And then again the PIB, Press Information Bureau. So उसमें भी journalists are accredited. If they want to attend some press conference, ask questions in the press conference, there are benefits also for the journalist by the government. कि health insurance कोई है, medical insurance, ऐसे बेनिफिट्स भी है, तो they can also get the same benefits, but not very important, but access to the government becomes easy if they want to have an interview with some particular secretary, minister, then registration would help them. The Supreme Court has this Prajwala case, they have said कि child pornography eliminate करनी है. तो guidelines क्या क्या है कि भाई due diligence करो. If you do not do that, then the safe harbor provision would not be there. Safe harbor provisions, you guys know कि if this is my platform and someone is putting something obscene, I am not responsible for it. I can later on I can take the content down, but I cannot see all the content, na? So it is not my responsibility. It is the one who posts the content. It is his responsibility. Okay, then there is a grievance redressal mechanism, which is 3-tier. सेफ्टी है वुमेन्स की, 24 आवर्स में कंटेंट निकालना है आपको. देन हाँ, 2 कैटेगरी करी है, सिग्निफिकेंट सोशल मीडिया और सोशल मीडिया इंटरमीडिएरीज. सिग्निफिकेंट को एडिशनल डिलीजेंस करना है, लाइक दे नीड टू हैव कंप्लायंस ऑफिसर, नोडल कॉन्टैक्ट पर्सन है, वो विल बी इन टच विद द लॉ इन्फोर्समेंट की वो गवर्नमेंट बोलती है कि भाई ये निकालो, तो ही विल बी द कॉन्टैक्ट पर्सन. ये कंप्लायंस करेगा कि भाई एक्ट के बाद आर यू कंप्लाइंग विद द एक्ट और नॉट. देन ग्रीवेंस ऑफिसर भी होगा, who will be resident of India, not outside. Then आपको एक मंथली रिपोर्ट पब्लिश करनी होगी, या आर यू कंप्लाइंग विथ इट. हाँ, दिस इज अ कंसर्न की फर्स्ट ओरिजिनेटर ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है. दैट मीन्स दिस रेजेस अ क्वेश्चन ऑफ प्राइवेसी, द एंड टू एंड इंक्रिप्शन थिंग. देन वॉलंटरी यूजर वेरिफिकेशन होना चाहिए, लाइक यू कैन ऑल्सो गेट द ब्लू टिक इफ यू वांट, एंड द ट्विटर और इंस्टाग्राम शुड गिव इट टू यू. दिस विल हेल्प कि भाई हाँ ये अकाउंट वेरीफाइड है, तो अनवेरीफाइड अकाउंट से बुलिंग नहीं होगी, ये नहीं होगा. हाँ, दिस इज इम्पोर्टेंट कि अपॉर्चुनिटी देनी चाहिए, कि हमको अपॉर्चुनिटी देनी चाहिए कि भाई why have you taken my content down, I am the president of the country. So that opportunity had not been given. Unlawful information on the court order and government appropriate authority. I guess the authority is the secretary level. So it is pretty high authority. If we see the ranking of these president, vice president, then the secretary comes at pretty high rank in that. Then this is I have taken from PIB. कि कोड ऑफ, इसमें क्या विच एक्ट्स दे आर सेइंग कि लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड है. व्हाई द प्रोग्राम कोड इज एप्लीकेबल फॉर ब्रॉडकास्ट. ये भी जर्नलिस्टिक कंडक्ट भी है प्रेस काउंसिल एक्ट का, ये भी एप्लीकेबल होता है प्रेस को. तो व्हाट इज एप्लीकेबल टू यू डिजिटल मीडिया को, तो वी आर अप्लाइंग इट फॉर यू. तो ये लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड है, ऑनलाइन एंड ऑफलाइन, गवर्नमेंट इज सेइंग सो. देन क्या क्या नहीं दिखाना है आपको, दिस इज फॉर OTT प्लेटफॉर्म्स कि आप सर्टिफिकेशन करें. दिस इज अगेन दिस इज अ वेरी गुड पॉजिटिव है. तो लाइक यू ऑल्सो हाईलाइट व्हाट आर द पॉजिटिव पॉइंट्स ऑफ द रेगुलेशन, कि चाइल्ड लॉक सिस्टम है, पेरेंटल कंट्रोल है, एंड दिस ब्रिंग्स देम. आई सेड अबाउट CBFC व्हाट इट डज, प्री स्क्रीन करता है. हियर वी आर नॉट सेइंग यू टू प्री स्क्रीन, वी आर सेइंग इट कि यू डू द सेल्फ रेगुलेशन, यू डिसाइड वॉट एवर इट इज. क्लासिफिकेशन डिस्प्ले करो. देन हाँ, 3-tier गिवेंस रिड्रेसल मैकेनिज्म. पब्लिशर, सेल्फ रेगुलेटिंग बॉडीज. पब्लिशर में माई मीडिया ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज देयर. जैसे कि हिंदू में एक कॉलम है, ओम्बुड्समैन है हिंदू का, ही राइट्स वंस अ वीक, ही राइट्स कि व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, दिस पर्सन हैज कंप्लेंड अबाउट दिस थिंग एंड वी हैव दिस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ऑन दिस कंप्लेंट. So every media organization should have their own ombudsman and they should resolve the grievance in limited time. Then वो सारे मीडिया का एक सेल्फ रेगुलेटिंग बॉडी, एंड देन गवर्नमेंट का ओवरसाइट बॉडी. नाउ दिस कैन बी लाइक व्हाट वी डिस्कस की whether this should be there, government oversight. This is a concern among digital media कि गवर्नमेंट, यहाँ पे जो है पब्लिशर का, स्मॉल मीडिया हाउसेस व्हाट दे से कि यार वी आर वेरी स्मॉल, हाउ कैन वी हैव दिस compliance, it burdens us, we do not have this much money to have a compliance. But you are into the business of news and media, you are supposed to be responsible for what you do, so you have to take that burden. If you are saying you are a media house, news channel, some whatever it is, this is the same कि grievance redressal mechanism क्या है, पब्लिशर लेवल पे क्या होना चाहिए, सेल्फ रेगुलेटिंग बॉडी लेवल पे क्या होना चाहिए, और स्ट्रक्चर क्या है उसका, और आई गेस देयर कैन बी मल्टीपल बॉडीज ऑल्सो, सेल्फ रेगुलेटिंग बॉडीज. देन फंक्शन उसका क्या होगा कि ग्रीवेंस एड्रेस करो, कंप्लायंस वगैरह, इन्फॉर्म करो मिनिस्ट्री को भाई हमने ये किया है, एंड they can do this punishment. Again, you don't see कि any very harsh punishment you don't see here कि okay warning देना है, सेंश्योर करना है, जैसे कि रेड कार्ड दे दिया, ब्लू ग्रीन कार्ड दे दिया, वैसे कॉग्निजेबल ऑफेंस हो तो ऑब्वियसली it comes under the 69, but again this act is again debatable, but it's मिनिस्ट्री का क्या फंक्शन होगा, इंटर डिपार्टमेंटल कमेटी होगी, वो अपने आप में डिसाइड करेंगे कि अरे इफ द कंप्लेंट्स राइजेस टू द थर्ड लेवल कि दे विल डिसाइड, बट अगेन लेट अस से कि गवर्नमेंट विल ओनली थिंक इन राइट डायरेक्शन, एंड अगेन आई सेड कि दिस इज अ न्यू थिंग, गवर्नमेंट इज आल्सो ट्राइंग इट्स हैंड्स, कि एक्सपेरिमेंट भी कर रही है, तो थोड़ा लेट अस सी हाउ इट टर्न्स आउट. अगेन देखो वार्निंग है, गवर्नमेंट भी क्या करेगी, सजेशन क्या देगी, ब्लॉक कंटेंट ऑन ग्राउंड्स कवर अंडर सेक्शन, कॉग्निजेबल है तो ब्लॉक होगा, अदरवाइज क्या है, वार्निंग है, डिलीट मॉडिफाई करो कंटेंट, जैसे कि बिंदास बोल का है, इफ ही हैज एड द कंटेंट एंड इफ इट इज एन अवेलेबल ऑन टीवी वगैरह, तो आपको डिलीट, यूट्यूब वगैरह, तो आपको डिलीट करना पड़ेगा, मॉडिफाई करना पड़ेगा. तांडव का भी ऐसा हुआ, रिक्लासिफाई करो, अपोलॉजी करो. So these are the last resort thing that they have given. मैंडेटरी अप्रूवल सेक्रेटरी, तो मतलब हाईएस्ट लेवल अप्रूवल होना चाहिए, 48 आवर्स में इमरजेंसी एक्शन है. अगेन कि वो जो डिजिटल मीडिया की किसको किसको क्या क्या फायदा है, सिटीजन को क्या फायदा है, सोसाइटी को, कंटेंट की क्वालिटी बचेगी, यूर चिल्ड्रन विल बी प्रोटेक्टेड, कि आपको इन्फॉर्म चॉइस होगी. देन मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन कर, जैसे कि अगर वॉलेंटरी ये होता है वेरिफिकेशन ऑफ द अकाउंट, देन मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन कर्व हो सकती है, और अकाउंटेबिलिटी भी है डिजिटल मीडिया न्यूज़ पब्लिशर्स की. ऐसा नहीं कि भाई आप कुछ भी पब्लिश कर दो एंड यू आर नॉट अकाउंटेबल टू एनीथिंग. Then for media also कि भाई we are not doing pre-censorship. This is the most important point. You have to like emphasize on this. No pre-censorship. Self-classification है. Litigation we are avoiding. Again same point कि अगर आप if you are going to the judiciary, this is happening. What is for digital news publishers? कि freedom of press we are trying to maintain. Arm's length है, we are not interfering in anything that you do. We are telling you to do yourself. You are saying कि okay this creates a compliance burden, then it will come to us. We will see. लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड है ऑनलाइन एंड ऑफलाइन के लिए. यू हैव टू एम्फसाइज ऑन दीज पॉइंट्स. ठीक है, दीज आर द कंसर्न्स की बर्डन है, तो बट न्यूज इज अ रिस्पॉन्सिबल बिजनेस, यू हैव टू डू इट. कि फर्स्ट ओरिजिनल इंफॉर्मेशन, see there is a lack of personal data protection act, so when this act also comes, then I guess to some level this issue will also be uh, like sorted out. ठीक है, but obviously there is a absence of this act. This act has to come into force or be enacted by the parliament as early as possible. So this privacy issue, end-to-end encryption issue will also be addressed. The executive deciding which content to remove. This is what we discussed, right? But recourse available in court of law. Okay? And local laws. This is what, when the press conference was happening, this is what the Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad said, ki they have to respect the local laws and constitution of the country. They cannot say ki they do not follow the community guidelines or anything, or they follow the community guidelines, we won't take them down. They cannot. It's a fake information. They have to take it down. ग्रे एरिया है कि अगर मेरा पेपर है, न्यूज़पेपर या मेरा न्यूज़ चैनल है, and if I'm putting the content on digital platforms, so how will you regulate us? थोड़ा सा ये ग्रे एरिया है यहाँ पे. How to regulate platforms operating outside India? This is also another. Even if you ban them, there is a VPN networks, virtual private networks. The government oversight print or electronic media में नहीं है, but this is I don't think this is right. Government ensure करता है. I said ना कि government also tries to maintain कि थोड़ा सा अच्छा हो. तो if you see PIB का fact check है, so if something about the but it is something about the government that they have wrongly published, then PIB fact check will, you send it to the PIB fact check, they will tell you whether it's a fake or misinformation, fake information या true information. Or there is a electronic media monitoring center of the Ministry of Information Broadcasting itself. It sees कि the program code is being followed. So if it is not followed, it sends the report to the ministry. If it is violated, then it sends the report. But it does not have the power to punish, but it sends the report to the ministry and ministry can take actions. Okay, then these are broad concepts, religious sentiments and public order. Like we have seen, Padmavat was only like published, released in the theaters, but again, the same can happen anywhere, na? So these are a few bad, broad terms. So how it play out, we have to see. So again, the last thing is in conclusion, what I told you earlier also, your conclusion should be on these lines. First of all, it is a new area, and the judiciary, government, media organizations, everyone will learn. This is just a start, and everyone will have a right intention to do something right for the public. I would like to give one example. As a foreign attachment, we visited, as I said, we visited London. So when we interacted with one of the news channel there, they said ki, we asked this question ki, the sensationalism, the sensational debates, are they happening to you also? He said yes, and those were the times when Britain was going through Brexit. So those were very turbulent times in Britain. So what he said ki, yeah, like we are going through turbulent times, it is happening. But what is now happening is they are going to the bulletin mode. Bulletin mode is ki sitting and reading the news that they are going through. He's saying ki we are now shifting to the bulletin mode, not the program mode. The debate, discussion. Is pe we are not now. We are trying to shift here because people are also liking it. That's what he said to us. So I guess अगर हमारा भी progression उसी direction में हो, so it is better for us. But DD News does these bulletins only, and these are very comprehensive bulletins. So if you guys want to watch, please watch. And again, first responsibility lies with the platforms and media agencies. कि अगर सब कुछ होता है तो भाई it's their responsibility. They cannot say कि okay we are not is responsible. Again, last thing is कि भाई citizens. So whenever you are answering something, you should conclude with this. The wisdom of the citizen, they should drive the market. If I say कि I won't buy this newspaper, how will the like this newspaper will get money from where? Nothing. Viewership ही नहीं है ना, readership नहीं है, viewership नहीं है, तो they won't get advertisement. This is what News Laundry is also saying कि you tell these companies who are advertising on these channels, this is the way you function. So ultimately, viewership decides market value. So this should be your conclusion. So thank you for the opportunity to interact with you all. I guess I could add some value to your. Thank you all.